Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. As you foxy bitches know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away, because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. Oh my gorgeous little gobstoppers, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you are really grabbing life by the whatever you want to grab it by. But no, I am sending so much love to absolutely everyone out there, no one is excluded. I'm so excited to be testing this out. I actually only got it because a lot of people were comparing it to the Natasha Denona palette, which we will take a look at. At least I think people were. Maybe it was a drunk Nady moment. Either way, I will hold it up next to the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I'm not at all comparing formulas, like Natasha is way up there with her formulas. But for those of us who can't afford a really fucking expensive palette like this one, I do like to give other color options. But before we do anything, let's go ahead and hop our taints and titties over to the ColourPop website and see how much I paid for this, because I don't remember. Okay, the Stone Cold Fox Cool Toned Shadow Palette retails for $34. If the quality's good, I guess that's a decent price, but I will be honest, I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger. When you look at the pictures online, it looks like a big ass Morphe size palette, but this is kind of tiny. You do get 30 pans in here, but still, they must be pretty small. Not that anybody here is a size queen, but aren't we though? Maybe a little bit, no pun intended. The description says, Glam Rock just got a new look. This 30 pan cool tone palette is everything that you need and more. Ultra cool mattes and glimmering metallics create the perfect combo to take your look from everyday neutral to ultra dimensional glam. They do have all of the names listed on here, so I'm not sure if that means they won't be on the actual palette. Wait, no, they are on the back of that too. Oh wait, I forgot to look at the reviews. I don't really trust reviews that are on the actual seller's website, because like this has 5 out of 5 stars. Oh wait, no. It actually has 5 5-star reviews and 1 4-star reviews. I don't know why it still says 5 stars. Amazing palette, but overall let down by a few problem shades. There are some matte shades that have glitter in them, which are lovely, but there's a lot of fallout. A couple of the matte shades are quite chalky and patchy. With that being said though, they still recommend it. The 5-star reviews say, honestly, it blew me away. It blends well, it's super pigmented, and it's actually all cool tones. Beautiful, this is my first actual cool tone palette, and I love it. So it sounds like for the most part, people like it, even if you do get a few dud shades with a 30 pan palette. Like, for the price, I'm not that upset. If it were like a 12 pan palette for almost $35 and we got a few duds, then the bitch would be a little bit pissed. Let's open this little baby up. I'm not gonna open it like this anymore, because there is still purple shimmer all over my carpet from my beloved Broken Pat McGrath palette, but oh, all right, very nice. I mean, was anybody really expecting me to go like, like I do with a colorful palette? But still, it is really, really pretty. My eyes are instantly drawn to this bottom row. Like, even though they're cool and kind of dark, they're extremely saturated, especially that black. A lot of black shades in these less expensive palettes can kind of be on like the ashy gray side, but this is very, very dark. And not that it really matters to anybody, but I really appreciate the fact that they put the shade names on so many places. They have it on the box, they have it on the back, and they listed them next to each shadow. I like that. Mainly because when I'm doing a tutorial, sometimes I miss the camera and I say, oh, I'm putting on this shade, and you can't see what fucking shade I'm putting on. And rather than having to count the shade down and over and look on the back and shit like I do with Battleship, I can just look and say, okay, I'm applying You Rock. So now that we have this open, I can kind of already tell you that this really doesn't look like the Natasha Denona palette. But let's open this and we can compare. I'm not gonna really compare looks in this video, but if enough people do want me to do like a side-to-side look, I totally will. Just let me know down in the comments below. Here they are together. Again, I am not comparing quality, I'm just comparing colors here. I mean, I do see some similarities, like Lash and Line and Drama Mama are kind of similar. So is Smoke and Fickle Fit. What is that? Oh, Fickle Fate. I guess You Rock and Transition are somewhat similar. And a few of the shimmers are actually kind of comparable, so maybe this is a lot closer than I thought it was. But I think the Natasha one just looks a bit more saturated and rich looking. I'm gonna take Smoke in the Natasha palette. God, that feels so good. And then Fickle Fate in this palette. Oh my god, that actually feels very similar. Here's the Fickle Fate one, here's the Natasha Denona one, and the Natasha one right here actually looks a bit cooler than the ColourPop one. I don't think they look the same, but let's go ahead and swatch. There's the Natasha and there's the ColourPop one. Oh my god. So swatch-wise, I actually think the ColourPop one looks better. It could be because it's just a fluffier formula, not as densely packed, but in all honesty, the ColourPop one does feel a lot better. Also, is that my light behind me? That is not supposed to be visible, pardon me. But back to this, what the hell? Well, now I fucking do want to do a comparison. Okay, so I will let y'all decide. Comment down below if you do want me to do another video and I can do a side by side, because I do want to give this like an actual review. But let me find one of the shimmers that look like they might be similar and we'll stop there. We'll do Inner Corner from Natasha. Oh my god, I would be very, very surprised if the ColourPop one was similar, because Natasha and Pat McGrath, oh my god, they're just like the queens of shimmers. And then on the ColourPop palette, we'll do I Dig It. And they do kind of look similar-ish, but they feel very different. The Natasha one is extra creamy, kind of light and fluffy like the ColourPop matte was. Let's do the Natasha right there, Beautimus, and the ColourPop right there. I wouldn't say they're the same, but they are quite similar. And just going off the swatch, I can't believe I'm gonna fucking say this, but I think I like the ColourPop one more. Not that swatching it on my palm is really a good representation of it, but I've used that palette quite a bit, and so I know how it actually looks. And like, no fucking joke, they're both really good. This palette is $65, this is $34, so this is a little bit more than half the price. I'm very impressed with that Natasha palette, and I'm kind of impressed with this palette so far, so I am like 49% sure that we should do a comparison video. Y'all are gonna be that 51% deciding factor, so let me know down below, because like, what the hell? Anyways, let's go ahead and swatch and do a look with this baby. Y'all know the song, are you ready? It's swatching time. Oh, for fuck's sake, my audio decided to be a little shit, and all during the swatches, you're just gonna hear the audio from my camera. I apologize. It'll be like 30 seconds, I promise, very, very short, and then we'll be back to the good audio. And here we have the top two rows. Holy fucking hell, y'all. I am not even gonna lie. These swatched so incredibly, like, way better than some of my palettes that are twice this price. Like, the shimmers are beyond creamy, they're smooth, they're not patchy, and the same goes for the mattes. Like, yes, some of them might be a little bit on the dusty, ashy side, but I think they're manageable. But so far, I'm really impressed. But do swatches really mean anything? No, we're just able to see the colors next to each other. It's how they perform on a brush that matters, but damn, I've not had a palette this inexpensive swatch so good in a long time. Next up, we have the third and fourth rows, and once again, these swatched fantastically. I don't think they were quite as good as the first two rows, but they are still pretty decent. And then last up, we have the bottom row, which, oh my god, they swatched like a goddamn dream. I will say I'm a little bit bummed with this black though, because it almost reads as like a satin. I don't know why I'm disappointed in that, but I am. But it is very rich, it's extremely pigmented, they're all really stunning. But I do feel like they have something in there for everyone. Like, this seems like a very universal palette. Whether you're light-skinned, deep-skinned, or anywhere in between, you could get a look with this. Okay, we're back to the good audio once again. I deeply apologize, I hate when that happens, but let's go ahead and hop into a look. And I do want to try to use as many ColourPop products as I have on hand, just to see if I kind of like them, and if I don't, maybe I can pitch them or donate them. But I don't have a ColourPop primer, so I'm gonna go in with the No Problem primer. Oh my god, come on baby, it's been a while, we're shooting blanks. For foundation, I'm gonna use the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop, and I don't know if this is a water-based foundation, but this feels like a very, very silicone-y primer. But if I remember correctly, I believe this stuff is very, very good. I guess we'll find out. I do think the primer might be clashing a little bit with it, but still, it looks great on my skin, doesn't it? Fuck. I was watching an Instagram live the other day from a celebrity makeup artist from Epic Makeup. Her name's Mel Street, and she was reminding me of the importance of combining like silicone with silicone and water with water. She's very cool. Definitely go check her out on Instagram. I believe her handle is at Epic Makeup, but she had some really cool stories about makeup she had done with like Christopher Reeve, and it was just really, really cool. What's also cool is this foundation. Oh my god, I love it. Does the color match? Fuck no. Are we surprised? Hell no. For concealer, we're gonna go in with ColourPop's Pretty Fresh. I just got this. I've not even tried it. This is their Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade 40N. I'm sure it'll be way too fucking light, but we love an extreme highlight on this channel. I think the good thing about being a YouTuber is no matter how dramatic I make it, these these lights make everything magical and like drown it out, and it somehow works. I have no clue how to do like real life actual makeup, but it always looks good for YouTube. I'm gonna go in and use the same side of the sponge that had the foundation on it to hopefully tone the color down a little bit. Oh my god, this might be the first time that it's literally too much. This is like drag. I can pull a Bob Ross and this can be a happy little accident, which to this day is how my parents describe me. No, just kidding. They've never said that. I've always just been an accident. No, just kidding. They've never said that. And then underneath my eyes to set, I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop No Filter powder, and fuck it, I'm just gonna take it all over the face so that I don't melt. We don't wanna melt like a witch, we wanna be fly like a bitch. Oh my god, my nose is dripping. Just kidding, it's a nosebleed. I never get those. Can you get that from putting too much makeup on? I don't have any tampons, so this is the best that we're gonna have to do. Okay, I think we're good, but now all the makeup is off of my nose, so let me just touch that up. Moving on, to prime the eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. And then to catch any fallout that this palette might have, to be on the safe side, I'm gonna put some translucent powder right under here. Should I be tasting blood? I wonder if I should go see a doctor. So because this is such a big ass palette, I think we're gonna have to do two different looks. So let's start on this side. And I'm first gonna dip into Trip. There is quite a bit of kickback with that, but that might just be because I'm using a natural bristled brush. But let's go ahead and place it on the eye and see how she looks. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much the same color as what I had on my eye already. But I can't tell that something's going down because it's just smoothing it out. Smoothing? Is that a word? Smoothing? Smoothing. Maybe let's use a deeper shade. So I'm gonna dip into Ghost Town. And once again, I'm gonna place this right along the crease, back and forth. That is nice. I still don't know if you can even see it, but in person, that blends out magnificently. Like, it's one of those shadows that you put it on and it kind of does the work for you. Those are also the best sexual partners too. But this is with just one dip, and I spent maybe like 5 seconds blending that out. It looked so good. I know it's very, very simple. We really can't judge yet, but so far, I'm kind of in love. Next, let's go into Obsidian with a clean, fluffy brush. And this is a synthetic brush. I think that natural brush was just a little bit too rough for these because this one has very, very little kickback. Everything is staying in the fibers nicely. But with this, I'm just gonna stipple it right into the eye socket. Oh, fuck. That is nice. And I'm just gonna continue gently stippling it back and forth. And then once I have it where I want it, I'm gonna gently sweep it. God, that is lovely. That is not patchy at all. I do need to blend it out with this brush that I used first because it is a little bit dark and it's spreading everywhere. I gotta be real with y'all. I am much more impressed than I thought I would be. I've used a lot of ColourPop shadows in the past and they have been really, really good, but something about this just seemed like it wouldn't be that good. Like, it wasn't super duper expensive. This comes out to be a little bit over $1 per pan. And so for some reason, I just thought the quality wouldn't be there, but this is very, very nice so far. I don't know that I would say professional quality, but if I'm being 1000% real, it could be. And some of these shadows actually might be just as pigmented as really expensive palettes. Well, y'all, okay, let's continue. I've never really done like a smoked out wing. I kind of want to try that. If it looks like shit, that's okay. We're just playing here. But I'm gonna dip into the shadow right next to the one that we used called Drama Mama. And I always see people do this beautiful like smoked out wing. Oh my god, that's pigmented as hell. Oh god, I can already tell this is not gonna look as good as it does on Instagram. Oh my god, no, this is not happening. I'm just gonna tap that out with my finger, and instead I'm gonna take a new fluffy brush and dip back into that same color, and I'm gonna attempt to kind of smoke it from the outer corner outwards. This may end up being a complete travesty, but at least we can tell the quality of the shadow, which once again, that deeper shadow is so good. That looks so fucking stupid. What the hell, Nady? Have no fear though, we will fix it. I'm gonna take a little bit more on that same brush and kind of smoke it down to the lower lash and try to create something, I don't know, we'll make it work. This is probably the only time where I actually believe the reviews on the seller website because everything that they said is true. You know what, damn it, we've made it this far, so let's try that blackout. Let's dip into Rock Bottom and I'm just gonna use that same brush and we'll tap it right here on the outer corner and I'm gonna kind of trace that shape that I made but not go all the way to the outside so it's a little bit smoky. And then with that first brush that we used, I'm just gonna gently sweep over everything and really make it a muddy shit show. No, I'm actually gonna dip into Corey Days with that same brush and softly blend those edges out with that. I know this is a cool palette, but it almost adds a little bit of warmth to the look, so it's a good contrast. Damn, that's a pretty shadow. Then before we do anything else, let's cut this beast. I love how I'm creating like a nice, natural, everyday stay-at-home kind of look. That's totally what I'm known for. Now for a little bit of shimmer, I kind of want to dip into this silver right here, which is Magnetic Moon. And I'm gonna start by applying it with my finger first. Oh my God, that looks like tinfoil. Maybe I'll wear this if the aliens come and they'll keep them away. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Oh, wow. So this is with the first dip. I don't think that I'm gonna have to pick up more, and I very, very lightly dipped into it. Oh my goodness. However, I'm not gonna be able to get up in all my little eye nooks and crannies with my fingers, so I do need a brush. This is the kind of shimmer that you can just tell is gonna stick onto a brush, which it is. Oh my goodness. I will tell you right the fuck now, if you know me, I do not suck any brand's dick, but ColourPop, I am about to get on my knees. Like, the more that I use this, the more comfortable I am with saying that this is almost a professional quality palette. Like, it's just makeup. I don't need to lose my shit, but wow. I think the only real thing that's missing in this is like a deeper metallic that I could smoke out that silver with. So instead, I'm just gonna dip back into this black and gently blend it into that metallic. Oh, fuck me. Like, y'all, if you like cool tones, I am telling you right now, go grab this fucking palette. I mean, don't yet, because we have only used like 5 of the shadows, so wait a little bit, but still, I have a good feeling about this. But remember how I was just bitching that I wanted a darker shimmer to blend this out with? I ended up extending the silver out about to the end of my eye and just patting that black over it. It's perfect. Practically perfect in every possible way. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that silver right on the inner corner. It's so pigmented and creamy that you can almost draw it on like a liner. That is bonkers, bitch. Then to finish up with the lower lash line, I'm gonna smoke out a tiny bit of that mauvey obsidian with a teeny tiny bit of Ghost Town. And I'll finish this eye a little bit later off camera with some mascara, liner, and all that jizzy jazz. Let's work on this side. Let's do something a little bit more wearable. I don't know what to choose, so let's do this. What is that? Stone Age. Oh, damn. Okay, so this too is a synthetic fibered brush, and there is a fuck ton of kickback. So it must just be like shadow to shadow that it differs. I don't know, but we're gonna take this all along the crease line back and forth just like usual. Then next, I want to dip into one of these more shimmery mattes. This is Play It Coal, and it does have glitter in it. I'm hoping that maybe the glitter will kind of fly away and go bye-bye. Oh, that's a really pretty color. And yes, that shimmer does almost immediately fly off. I don't know where the fuck it went. It didn't go on my face, but it's really not there anymore. And in literally 5 seconds, that bitch is blended the fuck out. I don't know if it's the primer, I don't know if it's the brush, this is Dell by Hank and Henry, or if it's the shadow, but whatever is happening, it is making me moist. I apologize for anybody who hates that word, but this just deserves it. I kind of don't even want to continue building this shadow up with other shadows because it looks so nice, so let's pick out a shimmer. I think we might go in with a couple. Let's start on the inner corner with So Fine, and I'm just gonna take it on my finger. It's very, very pretty. It has a nice pinky tone, and we'll place that right on the inner corner right there. Like, what the hell? That is a complete look right there, and it took, what, all of 25 seconds? Of course, we do want a little bit more, though, so let's dive into Mystery. And about a third of the way in to the outer corner, I'm just gonna tap that on, which that shimmer is very, very similar to what I just laid down, but still, we'll go in with it. Oh, love that. And then as a last hurrah on the outer corner, I'm gonna take some Caving In. I don't think this look needed it, but I did really want to test that out. And I'm not dissatisfied, but I will say that shimmer did have a little bit of fallout. It might be because I packed so many shimmers on, but it does look like the kind of fallout where even if I didn't have powder down, I could dust it away. For the lower lash, let's dip into Fascinated. And I'm gonna smoke that out all along the lash line back and forth. Oh, that's pretty. Extremely subtle, but it does a good job at adding a little bit of definition to the eye. And then I think I also want to try a little bit of Cult Classic, and I'm gonna blend this right directly in between the lashes. Oh shit, that's pretty. Yes, yes. And then to finish up the lower lash, I'm gonna dip into Play It Cool, which is that pretty mauve shade with a glitter in it. And just to soften up the lower lash, I'm gonna dip into Stone Age and gently blend that out. I have to be careful not to take these too low, otherwise it's gonna make me look sick. Okay, so there we have both looks. Like, every pun intended, I think these looks so cool. Shit, that's a good line. Okay, so on this side, I did go in and add some of that really deep charcoal shade right to the lower lash, and then a little bit of the lightest pink that we used on the inner corner down here. And now I'm just gonna go in with some Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara. I don't usually mention the mascara I use because mascara to me is just mascara, but I started applying this and it's really good. This was sent to me as PR. I have no idea how much it is. I am under no obligation to even mention it, but oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Ouch! Oh god, until you poke your eye. Oh, gosh, we will get through this together. And here we are with our final look. For lips, I went in with one of my favorite combos, Ofra's Revive and Refine. Okay, I ain't even gonna beat around anybody's bush. This palette is so fucking good, like, holy tits. If you are a cool toned lover, this palette is for you. Like, I dare say it is probably one of the best cool toned palettes that I've ever tried. And I've tried so many cool toned palettes this year, even if I haven't reviewed them on here, but oh my god, this kind of tops all of them. Like, this is not a bottom or a verse queen palette, this is a dom daddy top palette. I didn't get a chance to try every shadow in this palette, so there very well may be duds, but pretty much everything that I used, I was impressed with, even the ones that have glitter. Like, this is the true definition of an effortless palette. It's so user-friendly, it's very, very universal, it's just really fucking good. I love the looks that I came up with. I was a little bit scared for this one, like, no, it's not perfect. She could use a little bit of help, but like, it was still so easy. And this look was what, like 3 or 4 shadows? You could easily create a very, very glamorous smoky eye in under 5 minutes. I just don't have any complaints about this. I thought I was gonna be upset about the pan size, but I don't mind it because you don't have to use that much. They're so pigmented that one dip in, you can complete your whole eye. This whore is shooketh to his core. So, do I recommend this palette? I mean, fucking obviously. Do I think it's worth the price? Hell to the yes. I would even pay more. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to, but I would pay more for this palette now that I know how good it is. I have no idea if there's any kind of codes that they offer, but if you can, scoop this palette up. I do not bullshit on this channel. I will only be honest with you, and I think this palette might be on the top of my best and worst of beauty for this month. It's really good, so please let me know down in the comments below if you'd like me to do a comparison to the Natasha palette, because the quality, like, yes, Natasha's I do think is still better. Like, it is so good, but that ColourPop palette is one of the closest dupes in quality that I've found, and it's so inexpensive. I recommend it for literally everybody, whether you're a professional or a beginner. It's just a really good palette. That was so fun. I was very nervous to use that palette because I don't love using really, really big palettes, but it was almost like no matter what shadow I used, it blended with the next shadow so nicely, it didn't become muddy. Everything just worked, and it's not like I only love palettes where everything works harmoniously, but this palette is one of those where everything just complements each other. So yes, there you go. Thank you so much for being here. I love having you. And if you'd like to start joining me on lives when I start doing them, I did create a second channel called PopLux Live. I'll link it to you down below. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. There you get videos a day early. You get Patreon only content. There's lots of little nuggets over there. Plus, best part, it is cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!